Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to take a look at a Technics by Panasonic. This is an SL23. I'm going to call it Technics. I've had comments saying that they pronounce it Techniques, and I've always called it Technics. I started calling it Techniques, and then everybody said, no, it's Technics. Okay. So whatever you like to call this, Technics or Techniques, that is totally up to you. I am done with it. I'm going to call it Technics, and that's it. SL23, this is about a 1976 vintage. She's pretty cruddy looking. This one does have the ground wire with it. Yeah, good. Has a ground wire. This one, model SL23, frequency generated servo turntable. And it's in, you know, fair condition to good condition the way it is. Just totally filthy. This is a belt drive, which I know, again, people are going to complain that the belt drives are junk. Okay, well, that is totally up to you as well, whether you like belt drive or direct drive. I don't care. I enjoy a good turntable, period. I don't care what it is. This one, belt drive. And from the feel of it, I'll bet, yep, belt's gone. It's probably under the platter. Oops, and a bunch of pieces, and that's the center ring. Thought those were glued. I guess that does just sit in there. Alright, yep. Got a dust cover with it, so that's a good thing. This one is not removable unless you loosen the 4 screws, and then you can see that the lid is slotted and it'll come up off of those screws. This isn't one that you can just take off. But this one does have speed adjustments on it for 45 and 33. We have our cueing, anti-skating, and our weight control. This is an S-arm. I haven't even looked to see what cartridge is in this. It's a Shure. It's a Shure, alright. And from the looks of it, yep, it still has a stylus in it. So we'll try it out, not guaranteeing anything, that it's any good. But at least the tone arm up. That should be up. There we go. Still has the tone arm lock on it. Now this is not a fully automatic turntable. This one you have to put the tone arm down on the record, the vinyl, by hand or by using your cueing. But it is partially automatic as to work. When it goes to the end of a record, it will pick it up and bring it back to home position. But you cannot press start and it goes over by itself. This is not a fully automatic. It's kind of a, I don't know, semi-automatic, so to speak. Frequency generator servo belt drive SL 23. Simulated metal base. Yeah, this is kind of a wood plastic. But as you can see, it is filthy. It needs a good cleaning and testing out and seeing what we need to do to get it going. one thing, we need a belt. We know that. Stroboscope. You know, I am not an expert on turntables. I can get them working, fix them, put styluses on them. New cartridges, I can align them and get the weight right on them. I have those tools, but as far as some of the technical jargon on them and about them, I do not know. I know how to fix the mechanisms and that, but you know, a lot of it I don't know. And as we go along, I am learning more and more about turntables, and people telling me more and more about turntables, and that I don't know nothing. Okay, well, you have to start knowing nothing before you can know anything. So I'm going to get you set up in the stand. We're going to pull the platter off this to start with, and take a peek under the platter and see what's going on, and see if we need to, and what belt this may take. I should have a belt for it, and we'll start from there. We'll take the bottom off of it and take a peek at the mechanism and see if we need to need to clean up the mech, and we'll probably have to clean the pots for the speed controller. We'll check out the speed controller and see how it looks, because 76, you know, what are we, would be 24, about 48 years old. Pretty cool. So let's have some fun, and we'll dig into this together and see what we can find out, and hopefully we can get this going by the end of this video. I'm going to leave the dust cover on it until after we take the bottom off and that, and take a look at everything underneath. We'll get rid of the mat. Boy, there's not even anything left of the belt. Yeah, it's just kind of that wood particle with that, some sort of coating on it. I don't know what you call it. I suppose what we could do is plug it in and see if the motor turns anyway. That would be helpful. Alright. Okay, selection is off. I'll put it on 33. Nothing. Okay, how about 45? I can hear it turning on. And we can't even get the motor to come on. That should be the home position there, but nothing. I don't think we have to have a weight, any weight on it. Okay, well, we know where we stand, and we don't even have the motor coming on when we move the tone arm over. So let's unplug it. Oh, I need a towel or something to put over the top of it. Let's see, little screws, little Phillips. This is a entry. The felt's missing off of that one. The SL23, from what I can gather. Oh, that one broke. Is an entry-level turntable. I looked at some reviews on it, and a lot of good reviews on it, but there's some bad ones out there. Just, you know, there's bad reviews on just about everything you look at. But they said this one, that one's gonna break. Yeah, it did. Yep. But the speed on it is not constant. It slows up, slows down, speeds up all the time, on and off. So that, you know, you take that with what it is. But there's a lot of good reviews out there on it. There's two fuses in here, and we'll check them first. That one's good. That one is dead. Yeah, nothing. So that could be why our motor is not running. We've got a blown fuse. Now, why would we have a blown fuse? Let's see. We'll go to the... That looks like the speed controller there. This will be the power supply. That would be the power going to the... Yep, down to the motor, right? No. Comes in. That's what powers the whole unit. This will be our motor here. But this is the main fuse coming in. 250 milliamp, which would be a quarter amp fuse. I'll see if I can round up a quarter amp fuse. But first, let's take a look at this should be the speed controller sitting right here. Yeah, there's the two little pots there that you have access to from under the platter. Most of the time these little bitty electrolytic capacitors normally don't go bad. It's usually the big ones that kind of puke out on you, but the little ones, very seldom have I ever seen the little ones go bad. But we are going to clean these two little pots here, and that way we know those are good. And let's see, what else should we do here? This is a pretty simple mechanism. There's not a whole lot to this one. Let's see, we should be able to take that plate off, and yeah, I don't really want to. That's where the cartridge wires come all the way up through and hook onto under there. Alright, so we'll do a little maintenance under here. We'll put some grease on it, clean those pots, and put a fuse in it, and see if we get any life out of it after that. Alright, I got to looking at it too, and I think we should pull this set up off of here too and clean those pots. Those are also part of the speed controller. So let's see if we can see if these are simple enough to, if they just pull off. Yeah, they're splined. That one is, oh, let's turn it all the way, turn them all the way down. Now you can't even see what I'm doing anyway. I'm trying to pull the knobs off the speed controllers. All right, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, let's don't want to break them because I don't have nothing to replace them with, and I'm sure those won't come all the way down through. So there she goes. Yeah, there's one. I don't think we need to take the anti-skating. It's on 10. Remember that. No, not even going to mess with that one. That one doesn't want to move. Looks like we only have 2 screws holding that together, holding it down on. Yep, that way we need to clean these up too. And get those cleaned up. And let's see if is there any place we can get any cleaner down inside. Yeah, it looks like we can get in right around the terminals. Let's see, so I'll need that. I think we can get right down in. And this is just contact cleaner. Loosened up really nice. Yeah, that one, they're a little stiff. But once I get some cleaner in them, they free up really nice. And some crap come out of them. Now let's get after these main ones here. And I'm putting them right back where they were. Now, I need to let them dry out a little bit. In the meantime, I'll get some of this contact cleaner off my hands, and then we'll see about getting some grease down on some things. Alright, let's take a peek under here. Yeah. And a little, like a plastic ball. Now, doesn't look like there's been grease in it. But I think what we will do is just put a little along the edge, where the edge of that arm will pass back and forth. It does rest all the way down on there. Wasn't sure if it did. I'm just using dielectric grease. Our 2 screws with the plastic washer. Pretty simple under here, if you ask me. Everything's pretty self-explanatory as to what it is. Nah. Get a little in there. And I've always been told that plastic on metal doesn't need grease. Well, oil. But I still put a little bit on them. Or, no, wait, what is it? No, plastic on plastic, you don't need oil or grease. Metal on plastic, yes. Something like that, hell. I don't know. Alright, now, let's put a fuse in it and get it turned over and see if it's got any life. Like I said, 250 milliamp, that's quarter amp. Let's turned over. I'll get you backed up just a little. What do we got? Put the power to it. Aha! Our stroboscope is on and our motor is spinning. And see what it does if it goes all the way over sets it off. Not returning. And I read that this one does. It's not fully automatic. That would be all the way. I'm sure the stylus being down doesn't. Does our platter have anything to do with it? Yeah. Okay. Answers that question. Platter has to be on with a belt in order for it to want to return. Let me lock that down. Alright, now I need to... Let me see if I can find a belt for this. Alright. I think I got us a belt that'll work for us. I think this one takes like a... Where are you at? Yes, I know it's upside down. I think this takes like a 22.5 inch. I know you don't want to get it too tight or you'll stress out the rubbers on the motor. Oop, unlock it. Pretty nice. That looks like 33. Or is that 33? Well, you know, there's one way we can find out. Let's put it in the off position. Put our There we are. Okay, that's 45. Off. 33. Our stroboscope. Alright, let's get our other. And there's no happiness on these, they just go down on there. Let's see, they're turned. They were turned all the way down. Alright, so let's see. 33. Seems like it's hesitating to me. .45 looks good. .33. That went too far. Well, we know that works. .33 doesn't seem like it's doing much. Just seems like it is. Like it is slowing down and speeding up. That's all the way down on our speed adjustment. Yeah, I guess it is. It is speeding up and slowing down by the speed adjuster. All right, and you know what's next. I am going to lock everything down, put the bottom back on it. And we are going to hook it up and see what it sounds like. Alright, my receiver had a brain fart. Alright, we know that 33 plays good. And I got the speed adjustment down. Let's see, this may skip. I see a pretty good size scratch on that one. You're right in the way where I need to be, so I can see. Oop. There we go. Alright, you talked me into one more. Now this one, I love this song, but this record is really, really on the crap side. And this is the only copy I've been able to come across for a while. And just because I can. Give this little turntable a workout here. Well, we know she plays 45s good too, or well. Plays them well. Alright, what we have left to do is we got to get this thing cleaned up. I mean, it's pretty nasty looking. I don't know if that's smoke on it or if it's sun yellowed or what. Okay, let's see if we can get this dust cover off. I put some Wiener Slide on the back of these, and hopefully well, they weren't very tight to begin with, so I'm thinking no, maybe not. There's a dust cover repair that's a lot like this. No, that's original. Okay, I know there's a repair out for some of the dust covers on these Technics that the hinge is like that. You can replace with a big screw. Alright, now we need to get some cleaner and do a little test area. And see what we can come up with. This is crud cutter. Do this corner here. I don't know if we're going to get the gray to come back. Because see, even under the platter is kind of an off gray. It's a darker gray. I don't think this one may have been, you know, that real light gray of a Technics. This may have been a, this is Technics by Panasonic. And if you're not familiar, Panasonic is the parent company, or was the parent company of Technics. Okay, I do believe that that's going to be about the best we can do. Alright, it's all finished up. Come out nice. This one, I looked it up, and the price is just all over the spectrum on this thing. From, you know, I've had people complain that, you know, I don't ask for the price of what I say I see them for, what they're selling for, or what they're not sold for, but what they're selling for. Now, if they sell them, that's a totally different animal. This one I have seen from like $180 to $360, which to me is, you know, outrageous. I don't believe that this is that type of a turntable. This is an entry-level Technics by Panasonic SL23 belt drive. And it's only partial automatic, not fully automatic. So you know, the prices people come up with this stuff is it's just not right. You know, anything is only worth what somebody is willing to pay you for it. That last Technics I did, the SL-Q200, I said that I seen it selling for. I didn't say I was going to sell it for that. I just want to get that clear to people. This is only what I see this stuff selling for. It's not what I'm asking for it. So I hope that's clear to people. No, it still won't be. But anyway, turned out really nice, cleaned up really good. Everything, you know, we put a new belt on it. New fuse, because the fuse was blown. Why, we don't know. It could have been hit by lightning, you know. Just a number of things could have happened. It could have... Who knows? Anyway, put a fuse in it. We cleaned it up. Did some service underneath. And, you know, it was just ugly. Didn't have to do a whole lot to it. Speed controller looked good. All the little caps looked good. It's adjustable. It's keeping its speed. So I don't believe we need to rebuild the speed control in it. Everybody always says, oh, you have to rebuild all the speed controllers and every one of them that you do. You know, those little itty bitty electrolytics, I never had any problems with any of them going bad. It's the big ones that usually puke out and pop the top on them. I even had some guy tell me electrolytic capacitors never go bad. Man, must not have looked at some of the stuff I have. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting a little... I just get tired of people. Anyway, love everybody. And I hope everybody enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I hope to see you on the next one. And if you like this type of video, make sure you hit the thumbs up for me. Helps the channel out. Till next time. See ya.